Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 12. Just want to eat you up. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Uh oh, don't think y'all can hear me. The mic is off. Let's turn this mic on. There we go. Now I'm here and I'm hoping you can hear me. Hi, everybody. This is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much. I'm organizing, y'all. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I'm trying to get myself together. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough day up on that ass, okay? Hi, everybody. So, again, I'm here to do my review of Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 12. Just Wanna Eat You Up. So, y'all, was this episode a Hot Mess Express or no? It was. It was trauma after trauma after trauma. And now we understand why these mofos would take the opportunity to go on a show to meet somebody for the first time and marry them. These people got serious trauma that is going on in their lives and are basically, in my words, undateable to many people, or let's not say undateable, but unmarriable, right? Like, who, what, when, where, and why. So we're gonna go through each couple, um, and we're gonna talk about them here on the channel, and then we're gonna make it do what it do. Okay, hoping everybody had a wonderful Thursday, and that your Friday is even better. So I don't know why I took my glasses off because I can't see without them. Okay, on this board. So let me go over here. Let's pull these couples up and we're going to talk about them. I can't see the comments. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Welcome to those who are in the chat, those who decide not to be in the chat but want to watch the live feed. We appreciate you being here. Okay, so I think I'm kind of settled now. So let's get into them. So I'm going to bring these couples up, y'all. This was child. So the first couple I want to talk about is Camille and Thomas. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't go to Camille's house. I didn't meet Camille's family. Am I bad for that? I just wasn't interested in hearing anything about Camille. And so I apologize to those of you all who wanted me to cover her, but I just did not. Now I did go to Thomas' family. And Thomas introduced us to his biological mom. And on the way going over there, Thomas was talking about, her personality. She's really bubbly. She likes to party, have a good time, live life, freely and everything. She's a good cook. She's going, offer you a shot or two. She's just that free spirited type of person. And so I had great anticipation. I was in great anticipation of meeting his mother. And he never lied. From the time that the mother opened up the door to the time that they, I guess left the house, the mother was just full of life. And Thomas had mentioned that, he has been in his mother's life for the last 7 years. And of course, we all know that Thomas is a twin and the both of them were adopted. And so we didn't know the backstory. Basically, Thomas wanted his mom to be able to tell her own story. I think that Thomas is just a straight up good guy. Now, if we find out, bitch, that he not, I'm gonna be disappointed like I'm. But so far, Thomas is really a good guy. Like he is totally into Camille. And if this relationship fucks up, y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be on Camille. It just is what it is till it ain't what it ain't. It's gonna be fucking on Camille. And so they go into the house and everything. The mother greets them, and she notices that Camille's hair is curly. And so Camille said, well, when you met me, at the wedding, it was blown out, but now I got my little curly curls. So the mother can relate to it, right? And so, they go into the kitchen. Mom is cooking a dinner and everything. And, of course, mama gonna pop that bottle. And so, it's a real light atmosphere in the house. And then, Thomas, really kind of, tells his mom, he wants Camille to hear the story. And so the mom tells us a compelling story of being young and pregnant. And she had already had a child. And then after she had the child, she got pregnant again. And she just was too young. And so she had met a woman. And the woman introduced her to someone who had an adoption agency. And at that time, being, a young mom and everything, already having a child, and then, having twins, I suppose, she knew that this was not something that she was going to be able to do. And so she gave her children up for adoption. And Thomas tells his mom, I don't blame you for that. You were young and, didn't really have a lot of money. And plus, me and my brother were raised up in a great home and had opportunities that they probably would not have had they been living with the mother. I thought it was just a really compelling story. I loved the way that Thomas supported his mother, that they were able to continue on with the meal. The mom was just, just bubbly and light and all of that kind of stuff, and just celebrates life. And I think that, what I gleaned from it, or what I took away from it was, for her, probably reuniting with her kids. And I'm just thinking out loud from what I saw, going through up the rough side of the mountain as she did, and having to give her kids up. And now she's been reunited with them. This is giving her a new lease on life, and she is able to live her life, free of guilt and stuff. There were tears and everything. She was crying, Thomas was crying, and Camille was, Camille. And I just was like, this was such a compelling story, and it makes me leery because Camille, as we all know from the last episode, Camille was saying that she still had these issues and stuff that she was dealing with, where she was wanting to give in and be, soft and all of that kind of stuff with Thomas, but she still got her side out on him. And it concerns me why I think that most of us are rooting for this couple, or at least trying to root for the couple. I'm a bit concerned that Camille may just fuck this up. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm crossing my fingers, but I think that she's going to fuck it up. And it's just, sometimes I think that some girls just don't have, until you reach a certain level of maturity, and that maturity doesn't necessarily have anything to do with age. But I think that when you meet a certain level of maturity, you understand that the good guy is a good guy, and you deserve a good guy. Because I know, for me, I used to date the bad boys sometimes. And then when I got older, I realized, you know what? If this guy's a good guy, this is really who I need to be with. But it takes a level of maturity to be able to recognize when you have a good guy, and it's okay to let down your guard. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be feminine. It's okay. And I don't know if Camille is there. I just don't. I like I said, I didn't go to her family's house. I didn't give a damn about it because I'm still side-eyeing Camille, y'all, if I can. I'm just side-eyeing the you know what about of her, okay? So y'all pray for me because I'm hoping y'all can hear me. I'm hoping y'all can hear me. I'm back on the comment section. Ray Della, can you hear me? Just hoping y'all can hear me because I'm not on the comment side. And I just want to make sure that y'all can. Okay, thank you, Ray Della. All right, so let's get to the next couple, shall we? Oh, yes, we damn shall. Shall we? Their asses out. Now, this was just a tragedy. This was like, to me, two trains that's just colliding. Karla and Juan got horror stories. Like I'm telling you, these are some broken ass people. And again, as I said, it really helps me to understand why they would go on a show and marry somebody sight unseen, bitch, because all of them got trauma. So make a long story short, bitch, okay? Karla, and this was the episode that they are all supposed to be like writing these little letters to their younger selves and like for what? And going to visit the families. Karla talks about her family and about the brokenness that was in her family. And then she went on to start talking about the bullying and all of that kind of stuff that she went through when she was in life, which is why she has grown up and she has childish ways and childish behaviors. She said, if I want to skip, bitch, I'm skipping. Because I couldn't skip when I was younger. If I want to go out on the sidewalk and draw a hopscotch down on the ground and I want to hopscotch all day for the next 8 hours, bitch, that's what I'm going to do. And ain't nobody going to tell me that I ain't going to be able to hopscotch because, bitch, when I was young and I should have been doing it, I was getting bullied. Karla, the person that says that she wants compassion and tenderness and love and all that kind of stuff from Juan, couldn't offer it to him in his time of need. Not the way she could have. So Juan writes a letter to himself. 16, and bitch probably 60. So he writes a letter to himself, 6 months, 6 years, and 16. So he writes a letter to his younger self. At 6 months, his parents had to put him in hiding, bitch, because the maid or somebody was trying to steal him. At the age of 6, he ended up having to go and live with somebody because his parents were seeking that American dream. And so he got left. Then at 16 years old, his father got diagnosed with prostate cancer. And so he had to go through that trauma with his father. He said his father made it through it, right? But I'm like, bitch, did anything in between those years happen good for Juan? And it shows you why he has this drive and why he feels like he has to prove himself by being busy and doing and trying to accomplish or make the things that he went through in his childhood worth it. He gets up in the middle of talking about it and he goes over to by himself to cry. Bitch, Karla was looking like, what am I supposed to do? Because this man has never been vulnerable with me. He's never been tender with me. I come from a family where I didn't get that kind of affection. We didn't really communicate and talk. And now he's over there and I'm over here and he's crying. Now, I know that a lot of people probably think that Karla should have got up and did more. But sometimes you have to allow people to process through stuff. Now, do I think that Karla had the ability to really encourage Juan? Do I think that Juan would have accepted it had she came over? No. I think that sometimes when people are processing through things and they are crying and stuff like that, it is not always the right time to get up and try to soothe it. Sometimes you have to let people process all the way through it, especially a man. And not to say that you don't, I thought that when he came back and he was able to finish his story, right? I thought that it was the appropriate time then to get up and give him a hug and let him know it was all right. And, and pray on him, pray over him, put some oil on his head. Karla's timing would have been, I would have handled it the same way Karla did. I would not have went over to Juan. I would have allowed Juan the space to be vulnerable, especially since this is something that I've been wanting from him. And that's not a form of punishment. It's just moving in the right timing. Once he came over, she did give that to him. It was based on having the whole story, more information, and then said, okay, I'm gonna encourage you. But I don't think that Karla was intentional about the timing. I think it shocked her because, again, this is the vulnerability and the tenderness that she's been wanting to see from Juan. And I also believe that this allowed her to see why Juan is able to abandon her in this relationship, because he's been abandoned and he has a lot of abandonment issues. And I'm glad I'm not looking at the comments, because I know y'all probably dragging my ass. But y'all, sincerely, I thought that her sitting down was the right thing. She was looking like, she was lost a little bit. And she was caught off guard. And she was also looking like, But I thought the timing was the timing that I would have used as well. Juan has been through a lot, but it definitely allowed me to see that Juan is dealing with abandonment issues. And she's so fucking flighty, and they're so opposite of one another, that I believe that Juan has not allowed himself to kiss her like he usually does, to do all of those things, because he already foresees that this relationship is not going to work, and that he doesn't want to feel abandoned by her flighty ass, and he doesn't want to abandon her. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section what y'all think, and in the replay, because, when you're dealing with someone who has serious abandonment issues, it's really hard to penetrate through that. Especially when Juan would go all the way back to being 6 months. So, and then, okay, glad I ain't looking at the comments. And then Juan has, in my opinion, y'all, just my opinion, he has a victim mentality, not on purpose. Not on purpose. But Juan has been a victim of circumstances that were beyond his control. So he has a victim, and he doesn't want to be a victim. So he figures if he busies himself, if he takes the time and busies every fucking hour of his day. So one of the things that we have seen in this, right, y'all, this is going to be a long video. So in what we have seen is that Juan despises her laziness. He despises her getting up at 1 o'clock. He despises that because he's got to fill every hour of the day with something. And then after every hour of the day has been filled up with a whole bunch of nothingness, or tiddling in a shop with the shop looking like some kind of construction zone, then he gets to rest. But he can't rest because he can't be a victim to not having any money. He can't be a victim to poverty. He can't be a victim to not being successful. He can't be a victim to not fulfilling the American dream that his parents sacrificed him for. Y'all, I don't know if y'all getting what I'm saying or if I'm articulating it correctly. But Juan has this sense of victim, and he can't see himself as a victim. He needs to see himself as a victor, someone who has overcame. His father overcame. And so he's got to be successful. He got to be by any means necessary. And if that means that the bitch don't sleep, he doesn't sleep. But that lighthearted side of Karla to him is probably coming off as laziness, not being motivated, even though she has ambitions, right? Even though Karla has ambitions, they not like his, and he doesn't see success in what Karla sees success in. Y'all, I'm telling you, I am hoping that I am giving this to you all so you all can understand what it is that I am saying. Juan is a victim. And he was by all rights. But you don't have to stay there. You just do not have to stay there. Thank you, Boo. I came over just to see that. You are reading them very, very well. Thank you, Boo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Palm Psalms X, for the 199 super chat. Yes, Auntie, go ahead and analyze these crazies. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Because I just, I want to be able to articulate it in a way that I'm not being disrespectful, but in a way that I'm looking at, how I'm looking at this, right? And I think that, I take the time out sometimes, y'all, to really kind of study these people, and look past what you're seeing to see deeper inside. And I think that we owe them that, right? Because I'll come out, y'all know I'll cuss people out. I'm hot as hell. Hold on. Bitch, I gotta open the window. But I just try to see these people, and not just for what the producers want me to say. I went to regular guys random thought podcast, and if y'all haven't seen that, go and see that. They're on YouTube. It's in my community. And that's one of the things that I was trying to explain to them, is that I want to see past what the producers want me to fucking see. I don't want to see what they want me to see. I want to see the person in its totality, with the exception of Camille, bitch, because I just don't care. There's just something about Camille that I don't like. And I'm probably never going to change my mind about it, okay? It's just something about her, y'all, I just do not like. Like straight up and down. The next couple that I want to talk about is Madison and Allen. This relationship is so upside down, it's so one-sided, but this is the first episode where I have seen Allen kind of pulling away, trying to be vulnerable, trying to be the same person, but you can tell that Allen is just not with this anymore. Like right now, he's going through the process. Prior to, we were seeing Allen really giving his all in this relationship, but he wasn't. Even when they was throwing, the softball, and she was talking about her childhood, I think that Allen is getting to the point where he's sick of this being about her, and sick of catering up to her and all of that. However, when we listen to Allen and he began to talk about his past experiences and stuff like that, this is who Allen is. When Allen was talking about the relationship with his father, she had asked him, how he got into fishing and stuff like that. Y'all, I feel like I'm a cry. Let me calm the fuck down. Okay. So when she asked Allen about why he got into fishing, he said that this was a way for me to bond with my dad. This is what my dad liked to do, and so I did it. And all throughout this season, we have seen Allen put himself to the side and do everything Madison likes to do. Because this is who Allen has been trained to be. The kid who was between two parents, fussing back and forth. The kid who was between two parents who went through a custody battle for 14 years. Almost being forced to pick a side. But it was when Allen said that he would go fishing with his dad, and that's when he grew to like it. And she asked, did that make the bond grow closer for them? It really didn't. Allen trying to be there for his sister, who later blames him for the demise of two adults' marriages. These was adults. Allen ain't had to do with this. And then he said that his sister, y'all, I'm going all over the place, okay? I'm not like, other people going scene for scene. Fuck that. Fuck that. Allen said that he hadn't talked to his sister until right before the wedding, and he got emotional. And Madison doesn't have the capacity, none of these bitches have the capacity to encourage these men like these men encourage them. Because Madison said that she was poor. And she really fit in until softball. She said that her mother came to, was it a graduation party or whatever the mother, place where the mother came to, and showed her ass with a new boyfriend. And then the person that loved Madison, the grandma, she took advantage of that relationship and basically told her grandmother kiss her ass. And now she's sitting there saying, I wish that I had spent the time with my grandmother instead of being one of those teenagers who acted like I didn't want to be bothered with her. So she living in a whole lot of what ifs. She probably was fat as fuck, and that's why she's trying to still fit in. You're not the cheerleader. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Yolanda. I'm so sorry to hear that. I pray that you fix that relationship that mends. I'm gonna have to talk and do some mending because somebody else, two other people reached out to me with problems with their daughters. So I'm gonna have to, and all of y'all are members. So I'm gonna have to go into the membership and have a conversation if you open to it. And any of the rest of you all who have reached out to me about your relationships with your daughters. But that's why Allen has been bending over backwards all season, doing things for Madison, because this is who he is. He's had to always be the one to be the bridge. He's always had to be the one to be the dumping grounds for everybody. And so with Madison, he goes to the gym. He, puts his stuff aside to do everything that Madison was. It's just so fucking sad. And I can't wait till this fucking relationship breaks up. Now I'm going to move on because this was very emotional. This was very emotional for me. I don't know why, but it just did. I didn't have that kind of relationship growing up in my home, but there wasn't anything about me that could relate, but I could relate to the pain that he had. It just kind of fucked me up. Y'all, it just kind of fucked me up. Okay, bitch, you did it. You got through it. No. So let me say this for the people in the back, especially those people in the back that got blocked this week. I don't know what's wrong with y'all or how y'all not picking up what I'm putting down. And I think this is going to be my last time saying it. But just because I can critically think, don't mean I'm on somebody else's side. Just because I curse doesn't mean I am not intelligent. I am very intelligent. Cursing is a form of art for me. And so if I cuss on my platform and you don't like it, just get the fuck on. That's the first thing. Secondly, if I say viewer discretion is advised and your ass sits here and then you get offended by my cursing, ain't nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. Thirdly, Emem is not without sin, bitch. She's not. And that is a problem with this baby in society that we live in, where we want to baby people. Nobody can grow being babied. I had a baby almost 30 years ago. If I sat there with my baby and put a bottle in her mouth every day and still let her almost 30-year-old ass walk around with a diaper on, bitch, something wrong with me. Therefore, something's wrong with her. I have got to allow her to grow up. And she got to go to school, bitch. She got to do all of those things. It's the same thing with Emem. And because I can critically think and see Emem just like I can see icky, ya stuff, doesn't make me be on Icky's side. I have called him everything but the Son of God. But yet, you want to get down in my comment section and say, I can't stand her. She on Icky's side. Bitch, when, where, why, how? Down what street and what avenue? Have I ever been on this motherfucker side? Do I believe that there are some things that Icky ya has said that ring true? Yes. And let me tell you this. Emem confirmed it. So get the fuck. Well, no, because you got blocked. You got blocked. Quite a few people got blocked. Emem said at the end, the very thing that I was saying, she wrapped it up in a nice little bow. When she said at the end that Icky ya. When she said, I don't know what's going on with Ikechi or whatever, she said, wait a minute, you didn't call him your husband. Why didn't you call him your husband? Because she said that she treated him like a husband with all the benefits. She tried to give him the benefits of the marriage. She tried to make shit happen that wasn't going to happen. She realized he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for the hugging and touching and the getting in the fucking shower, but he's too ignorant to articulate it. He need a crowd, bitch. Viewer discretion is advised. If you stay here, you want to hear it. Hold on, let me, because I'm gonna be cussing through Michelle and them too. Hold on, let me put a banner up. Let me do a real quick banner real quick. Viewer discretion is advised. I cuss. If you stay, if you stay here from this point on, you wanna hear it. Yeah, you've been warned. Okay, it seems like I think I spelled discretion wrong. I think that's wrong. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go back and fix discretion. Okay, discretion. Okay, yeah, okay. It's advise. Okay, wait a minute. D, advise. I cuss. Not curse. I cuss. Okay. Just let it just sit here for a minute. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me just let it sit there for a second. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this lipstick a little dry. That's one thing about Christian Dior. I like their lipstick, but bitch, it be dry. It be drying out on the bitch. Okay. All right, so everybody got it? Do we have it, Ray Della? Ray Della, was that long enough for it to sit there? Ruthie said, I'm staying. And you're gonna love me. Okay. Okay, Ray Della said, excellent. Okay, so I can move on. So let me take the banner off. Okay. All right, let's remove the banner. See, sometimes I have to take a pause and deal with stuff because I'm not going to be bullied into always having glowing things to say about Emem. I'm not. Nobody's going to bully me on my own channel because I paid the cost to be the boss over this bitch, and I don't boss nobody else's platform. I don't even boss your comments. I may comment on some of them. I try to like and hit the heart and all of that. But I am not going to sit there and act like Emem is perfect because Emem be fucking up too. And because I call her to the carpet, thank you, Miss Honey. Miss Honey said, do you? Don't mean I like icky, yicky, ya. And I hope that's clear and I don't have to say it again. But in this episode, we see Emem with her girlfriend, giving her dog a bath. And she's telling her girlfriend about everything that's going on with Icky, Yicky, ya. Her and Emem, her and Icky, ya sat there in front of those damn counselors, experts, and said what they wanted them to hear or what they thought they wanted to hear instead of being truthful. Before Emem took her ass in there, she said, if he's not apologetic, calm down, Auntie bitch, calm down. She said, if he's not apologetic, I'm done. Where did we hear an apology? Dr. Pia comes out her mouth and said, I don't think it's going to work if y'all don't live together. Would you move in with me? Would you move back in the house apartment? I can't fight for somebody that ain't fighting for their fucking self. I want to say a special shout out to my brother and his girlfriend. Hey, y'all. Hey, I know my review is late, but I hope it's good. Okay. Call me later. Ooh. You're kissing ass on a man that you wouldn't have bathroom. We ain't even gonna go there, bitch. Let me move forward because Yaya said I don't need to go back. So this week she's in there with her girlfriend and she's washing the dog and she tells her girlfriend, I don't think he need to come stay with me. I think I'm gonna have a conversation with her. And I'm like, okay, light bulb moment. Okay. Come on back, MM. You're welcome. You can come to the cookout. Sis, we love you. Sis, we only wanted the best for you. Sis, we've been out here whoop banging in the streets for you. But sis, you coming through. You're waking up. Sis, you're being a sis. Thank you for stop doing this bullshit and trying to make somebody else happy or be concerned about how you look. Sis, you need to be for real. So when Emem said, yeah, I don't think that motherfucker need to come and stay with me, I was like, okay, good. Okay, Em's back. Because y'all know with the sisters, we will welcome you back home. At least once, bitch. At least once. So she's welcome back home. So she goes to the apartment. We see Icky. Icky's with his friend boxing. I see you still sassy. And he's telling his friend the most fabricated story I've ever heard. Saying that this girl pressures him. She pushed. See, because he's not remorseful because he's still repeating the same bullshit. There's no change in him. He's sitting up there telling his friend when he went to the dinner that she went off at the table. But this motherfucker never said why she did. The friend sight unseen. At first, the friend, he was like, she be trying to get to know me. She be asking me questions. She be wanting to do this. She be wanting to do that. So the friend was like, well, how the fuck ain't she just like, isn't this time for y'all to get to know each other? No, I'm just saying, she trying to get to know me, but she trying to, get to know me and she pushing me and she pressing me and she begging me and she all on me and she doing this and she popping off. She popped off at the restaurant because you popped off. But he is the type of person that ain't going to give you the whole fucking story. Matter of fact, Icky Yaya doesn't even give you a quarter of the story because in his mind, in his mind, he is so fucked up and realizes how fucked up he is that he's got to show himself in a different light, whether or not it is by cussing or being destructive of someone else. If he got to tear a bitch down, drag you through the street, lie, just destroy, just utterly destroy you, that's what the fuck he'll do, in my opinion. And that's what he's doing with MM. So MM is at the house. Icky Yaya says that MM texted him and said, I need to see you. So he's coming from church. He's at her house on God's Sunday. He's coming from the house of worship, where he probably was up in there speaking in tongue, honey, and worshiping. And he probably was laying on a hands. He probably was ushering in shit. This probably was giving out the communion elements. He probably was up in there helping them to park people in the garage with them daggone airport wands. Like he probably was doing the most in the church. They probably think that he's the sweetest brother on God's green earth. And then this bitch comes in her house, and as soon as he comes in, he got an attitude. How in the world do you come out of the house of God on God's Sunday and still be a bitch? That's some narcissistic bull. If I ain't never see you, oh my God. Okay, calm down, Auntie. You still got another couple to do. So he comes in there. Hey, she like, hey, how was church? It was church. It was churching. If y'all notice, MM has gotten to the point where she can't even look this lying motherfucker in his face. MM barely made any eye contact with this bitch at that when he came in. She went down and sat on the other end of the sofa. So, he looking like this. So the experts, when we had our meeting and everything with the experts, and we said that we was gonna move together, and I don't think I'm gonna move in with you. Now he want to look at her because he want to get a reaction out of her. Emem said, "That's exact. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, glory to God. I'm so glad you said that, bitch, because I was thinking the same thing." His face cracked. His face cracked. His body jerked. His hand was stuck like this. He brought his hand in. I was thinking the same goddamn thing. I'm so glad you said that on God's Sunday. He wasn't expecting it. He wanted her to be kissing that ass because he wanted to be chased. Sassy self. You little sassy joker. Because, I'm, like, just being here just gives me anxiety, and I don't want to detest your ass. Just the very presence of you nauseates the front of me, and I'm like, even right now I'm uncomfortable because you one of them ain't bitches. Can you imagine being a student in his class and you one of those kids that just didn't have a good start in life, and this bitch is your teacher, and he's grading you, but never gives you an opportunity to grade you on a curve, knowing that you are putting in 100%, but you just can't get there. But you try, you come to school every day, bitch. You have your bag lunch, your hot sandwich by the time it's time to eat. That you had just enough in the refrigerator. You and your mama and your 6 or 7 brothers and sisters. And this is your fucking teacher. Can you imagine? you don't meet up to his expectations, or you don't pamper his fucking ego. Can you imagine him being your damn teacher? How the fuck do you detest somebody, but yet sitting there and bitch, breathe. You know, I was trying to reach out to you and check on you, make sure you was okay. You know, now if I'm lying, you know, let me know. You didn't. You didn't reach out to me. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about last week. By his own admission, he ain't talked to her. This motherfucker. Help me, God. By his own admission, this bitch came in and said in a narrative voice that neither him nor Emem has communicated since they met with the professionals. But then when he sits there and says out of his mouth, that's why I've reached out to you via text or a motherfucking Raven. If I'm wrong, let me know. See that bullshit that Emem was doing on a honeymoon, covering and playing nice, sitting there being quiet, like some stressed out woman going through DV, covering this up for you, is gone. You thought she was going to cover you in front of the cameras. And she said, no, you didn't. I'm not covering for you no more. You didn't. I ain't talk about the 10 days. Neither is she, because that ain't what you said when you came in there. You said you gave us a timeline of the date y'all met with the counselors. See, icky, yicky, yeah, you got to get up earlier. But Emem is trying not to scratch you. Because, see, Emem is now on Sister Girl's time. See, Emem is allowing herself to be black. I'm gonna put it out there. This is the black Emem we knew was there. She's risen up. She's like, I'm gonna be black on this camera. I'm not playing with his ass no more. He can throw all the insults he wants to. Well, we don't talk about that. Well, you know, we need to talk about that. No, we don't need to talk about it. Well, look, mother. Did y'all see her get that smile that only we can give? Only women can give that smile. When he said, did we agree? She said, mm-hmm. Yes, Phoenix. Psalms X. She said, icky, yicky, ya, ya. No, she said, welcome home. Psalms X said, welcome home, sis. And exactly, girl. What's the tea? You done played with me for too long, sassy friends, and now it's on. But I know you meant to say Emem said you. See me playing games with your ass. This is done. I'm not doing it no more. You want to play games? Play games with you. Well, I'm gonna take a back seat because you know, as far as communication, yeah, I'm good. am good. If you want to talk, we'll talk. But you just dismiss me. I do believe that we need to talk about it. No, we don't. When I want my space. No, she said, she told him that she feels disrespected by him and disregarded, discounted, shut down when he dismisses her. She told him, I feel like we need to talk about it. He told her he didn't want to do it and they did need to do it. And she said, that hurts my feelings. That hurts me when you do that. And I feel disrespected and disregarded and discounted and all of that, everything else that starts with a dis in front of it. So now she's feminine. See, Emem has been taking the masculine role, giving him husband love and husband touches and husband approaches and husband questions. And now, right, because when a man is not masculine, then a woman steps into that masculinity. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We step in that role when you ain't stepping up. And it's not because we want to be like that. It's because we feel like we got to. Just delete it, Ray Dell. Ray Dell. If you got blocked, you block. So when she got feminine and didn't come out raging and roaring, she said, it hurts my feelings. I'm a damsel in distress. He had no other choice but to apologize. But then when he apologized on the curve, bitch. Well, I'm sorry. Your feelings are valid. And I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. She said, mother, I just told you. You made me feel that way. Well, you want me to say things. Who at his grown age, who has written a book to his future wife, is talking over there? A man who can't take responsibility and man up when he's wrong. And so now you want me to do things when you want me to do things. And I'm sorry. I just ain't that. Emem giving him one of my looks. I understand that. I hear that. And I respect that. But let me tell you something, you little asshole. I ain't reaching out to your ass no more. Your privileges to have access to me my way have been revoked. We're going to do this your way, mother. You show up with your artsy ass. I want to see the art in you. Let's see if you artsy enough to call me. Because from this day on, motherfucker, I will not be reaching out to your ass anymore. You go hit on and toodaloo your little ass up out of here. If you want to communicate, I'll wait. But if I don't hear from you, I am no longer phased. I don't give a fuck. That's where I am. Oh, I'll communicate. This bitch got to go get some water. You such a drama queen. You're such she said, I mean, you seem like you a little sassy right now. He said, I am. I need some water. Well, go ahead on and sass ass. Your sass ass. Go ahead. Girl. You're full of drama today. Look at you all offended and he'd have been ready to snatch my wig off. Do y'all hear me? All on camera. Y'all would have hated me on this show. Because I was like, you better go ahead and say, chill. So this bitch goes over there and talks about he's going to communicate and he going to make it do what it do and the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. And, I'll communicate. She's like, okay. So, we going to do this my way. We not going to forget the past, right? Yeah. I said, that go Emem. There she go. Stop playing these little games. Letting this man sit on here and disrespect you. And say things that nobody should ever say on television. Sitting up there can fucking mess up your career for the rest of your life. Stop playing games with him. Let's sassafras. And then the bitch says, I noticed that I left some things, so I'll go and get them. Motherfucker, don't forget that air fryer. Matter of fact, I got it wrapped up in a bow, bitch. The box is at the door. You can go here and take that motherfucker out here with you. You come up in here and get a daggone 3-leaf a notebook, bitch, and 2 shirts. You Bama, bitch. That's why you walk around with your backpack and you ain't got no clothes because every time I see you, you look like Charlie Brown's friend, bitch, with that old raggedy ass old hat on and that stinky jean coat. Well, you go ahead on and get your 2 little shoes. Who the fuck realizes that they left 2 shirts and a ring binder? Bitch, who? A man that ain't got. He ought to have been embarrassed to stand up there. Yeah, let me get my things. Hold on, let me get my. Okay, let me get my things. I see I left some things. Motherfucking shirt's this big. Let me get my things out. Pocketbook duster bag size. Let me check. He going out the door like, I said, you motherfucker. Last but not least, David and Michelle. We're going to cut to the chase on this. We ain't going through the family, her meeting with the family. We ain't going through none of that. We ain't going line for line. We're not going it. We're going there. And where's there, you may ask, Auntie? To David's lying ass. Now, other people have come in the comments section and said I was wrong about David. Oh, yeah, people be having the most to say. So I'm supposed to side with David because what? Because Michelle's nasty? I call out when Michelle is nasty. Let me put my shit back up here. Put it back up here. David is a vagabond living in his mom and them basement. He ain't shit. David, on last week's episode, said he ain't got no savings. This week, David hit the wrong M name on his cracked Android screen. Yeah, I be joning on Androids. I am that Apple girl. Yes, okay, yes, I am. I'm an Apple girl straight from the heart. He had a broken Android, in my opinion, and the screen was dark. And instead of texting Madison, he texts Michelle. You look so good that I want to eat you up. Let me tell you something. The average man know how to get out of a lie, bitch. They know how to get out of their first cheating scandal on screen. The average man would have told a lie that would have had us believing this shit. Even though we know and suspect that David's cheating with Madison. But the average man knows how to lie. The average man would have rode in that car when Michelle said, oh, you sent me a text message. I thought it was very interesting. The average man would have said a couple of lies. He'd have said, my bad. What would have been a lie, y'all? Give me a couple of lies down in the comment section. What would the average man have lied and said had he got caught? Especially if we got some men in here. What would the average man have said when Michelle said, you sent me a text message that said, you look so good, I want to eat you up? I sent it to you and you didn't respond, so I assumed you weren't interested. Okay. Good one. Good one. Good one. I was shooting my shot because I was drunk. I drunk text you. I've been wanting to be with you so bad that I sent it while I was drunk because I had liquid courage. I was just trying something new. I was telling my boy what this girl just said to me. My friend grabbed my phone to try to get me in trouble with you. I thought you would like it. Oh, I'm sorry. I was drunk. Why didn't you text me back? I sent it to you and you didn't respond, so I assumed you weren't interested. My fault. My screen messed up. It was an accident. My buddies did me. Someone was using my phone. I drunk texted you by mistake. They would have said it was meant for you. Why didn't you answer me back? It wasn't me. I sent it as a joke. I was just thinking about you. We're married, so I wanted to see what you would say. Let me see what else y'all got. These some good ones. These some good ones. You can't take a compliment? I was hacked. I wanted to see your reaction. Someone hijacked my phone. It wasn't me. I wanted to turn you on. I was shooting my shot. It was a prank. I was looking at our wedding pictures and I was hoping we could meet up tonight after work. I was trying to see if the magic of the denim jacket worked. My fault. My screen messed up. It was an accident. My buddies dared me. The experts said we needed to act more like a married couple. This some foreplay. Text to talk sucks. Somebody said, leave the jacket out of this. There was 1,000 lies that David could have told. Were you offended? You're my wife. I was trying to act like Drake. There was 1,000 things. 1,000 things he could have said. But this bitch brings his cousin in it. Before you bring a family member, they gotta be a co-conspirator. No names ever need to be dropped. No identities revealed until you know that that person is going to be a co-conspirator. Line 101. You never bring in a co-conspirator for a text message. You spin it on them. But this motherfucker says that his cousin Denise was eating at a Chinese restaurant and it was exotic. And she sent him a plate. And he meant this. He said that the food looked so good that he wanted to eat it up. He wanted to eat it down, lick it, roll it around. Oh, no. David. Even high schoolers, no, middle schoolers know how to better get out that life than you did. The fuck? I would have said I was trying to lighten the mood or I was drunk. But instead, this motherfucker sends it and then tries to pull it back and tells her he tried to pull it back. So it was a oops. You never admit to a oops. You just let it go through and then you conspire. You conspire. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. But you don't sit there and say, I tried to retract it. Because once the person tap on it and open it, you can't pull it back. But then you bring in your cousin and say, this is how we talk about food. So now Michelle, who's one of the nastiest bitches that's ever been on here, she ain't the nastiest, but she's one of, got the goddamn upper hand again. We've already proven that you don't have no savings. So we can't, Michelle's right. We can't say that you have an apartment when you live in your parents' basement with the washing machine and the dryer. And dirty sheets with no headboard. Why the fuck don't people get headboards? Okay, but anyway. David, you could have just said, I sent it to you. I was drunk texting and I was thinking about you earlier today. The girl said that they had been out. She went home and then he went out with Michelle and Allen. He probably went out with Michelle and Allen showed up. I mean, with Madison and Allen showed up. So I get it twisted. Allen probably was like, where you at? And she probably was like, I'm down here with Michael. Then when she sit there and ask him the question downtown at the apartment, he tried to make it like, this is how we talk about food. We're foodies. But what I gleaned from that, this is how we talk about we, was this is how we as colored folk talk about food in my family. That's what I picked up. I picked that undertone. This is how we talk. May not be how you talk, but this is how we talk about food. No, we don't, bitch. No, we don't. No, we don't. Don't try to make that about culture. Don't try to make that about you and your black cousin. Now, I ain't saying he is. I'm saying I picked that undertone up. Maybe y'all didn't, but I did. Bitch, don't do that. We don't have nobody send us something from a restaurant. And we talk about, you look so good, I can eat you up. What we do when we get those kind of text messages, we fucking around with somebody. Don't try to make it seem like your family is so different from Michelle. And this is how we. Nah, bitch. No. This ain't how we talk about food. And it ain't how foodies talk about food. Foodies go into detail. Does it got the soy sauce? Where y'all at? We know the restaurant. If we're a foodie, we know the restaurant. We know the format. We know what's on that menu. We done had 75 people around the table and we done ordered 150 things off the menu. Don't tell me about foodies. Because foodies ain't got no aha with no one dish. If you're a foodie, you got your video, you got your camera out, and bitch, you videotaping. Wait a minute. Don't nobody touch their food. Matter of fact, when you a foodie, bitch, see, I ain't got this to do. When you a foodie, everybody automatically know. The cameras is out when the food coming. Matter of fact, if we could get some behind the scenes shit for the gram or the TikTok or whatever, we getting that too. We get a chance to talk to the chef. We doing that too. But when that food come out, as a foodie, everybody like this. Bitch, don't play with me. We got the camera over top of the food. And y'all know what I'm talking about. If you're a foodie, you know what I'm talking about. Bitch, you. Wait a minute. Put those together. What's that? Oh, oh my God, them Szechuan noodles look good. And then we got 50 different empty plates. Because everybody eating off everybody's stuff. When you a foodie, you know what the plate look like. You know what the food is. This bitch said it was some exotic. It was dumplings. Dumplings are not exotic. They dumplings. And if the cousin had sent it, when Michelle said what your cousin had on, if you a foodie, we don't give a fuck what each other got on. That's not what the pictures is about. So if I send you a pic, I'm sending you a pic of damn near the whole table. Everything everybody ordered. Do your research. So she know you lying. Because as soon as somebody say, was your girlfriend in the picture? We don't be in no pictures. The pictures are taken outside. I'm talking about other selfies and the group pictures. They taken outside. They take it at a distance with a whole group. Come on, my foodies, rise up. Y'all know how we do. You get a picture of everybody at the table. All right, y'all, get together. Wait a minute, squeeze in, squeeze in. Excuse me. You mind taking our picture? Because we wanted to let you know when we was at the restaurant. If we got our own individual pages, we're taking the picture at a glamour shot. Bitch, you barely see the food. The food be sitting right here. But what you gonna see is my ass like, and bitch, we ain't talking about the drinks. We're not even gonna go there about the drinks. Because foodies need you to see them clink, clink, clink it. You know, you do the real. Glasses coming from every side. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold on, I got my two glasses up here. Don't, David. David. So Michelle know he lying. She asked me, you going out with anybody else? What these itches want from a ninja? I got Charlotte, Nat, Veronica, Tracy, Brenda. Yeah. Hey, what these itches want from a what these bitches want from a ninja? Y'all know what song I'm talking about when he be naming off all them names? I went out with Desiree. She from Tinder. I was Charlotte O'Hara. That's my old girlfriend. I went and delivered her some coffee this morning. Then after I did that, I went to go and see Veronica. What you really want from the ninja? Oh. David's for the streets. That's why David don't have no money. Y'all remember last week I said, y'all, why is it that David don't have no money? I told y'all last week that David is living paycheck to paycheck, and I kept wondering what it was. David got a whole bunch of hoes. He got different hoes. He's got hoes. He's got hoes in different area codes. He's got hoes. That's who David is. David got hoes. Michelle blew the cover off his joint. She know he lying. And then he get defensive and get loud. Talk about, I thought we was going to do our thing. I'm sitting up here with a good outfit on. I said, bitch, where? What good outfit? You got on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, and some jeans. I'm sitting up here with my good outfit on, looking cute, looking right handsome. I thought we was going to talk to our younger selves. I thought we was going to write. I don't want to talk about this no more. Well, you never laid down no rules and said I couldn't talk to different women in different area codes. She said, I thought that would be something you need. All David had to say was, you don't fuck with me. I'm miserable. My wife, I don't have peace. Now he's the one that can say, I don't have peace in my home. Why my wife treats me like shit. He's the one that can say that. You don't give a fuck about me. And so I've been going out and doing what I do with the woo whoop and the boo boo. And right now, even you asking me, you don't give a damn. You just want to see me sweat. Okay, well, I'm sweating. I went out. You don't give me no affection. I can't talk to you. I can't ask you questions. You criticize what the fuck I got on when we going just to go and get some sushi at maybe a 3-star restaurant, bitch. Yeah, I'm entertaining other women. And what? We sleep in this separate bedrooms. Bitch, you had me on a honeymoon sleeping out on the island. I was getting up, waking up with sand in my mouth, bitch. I don't owe you nothing. I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to tell you nothing. Yeah. And what? But he lets Michelle. This is the third thing he done let Michelle get the upper hand on him about. Talking about a mask falling. She said, you don't think this look bad? No, this don't look bad. I'm sitting up here telling you my truth. And I don't want to talk about it no more. Okay. That ponytail was swinging from left to right. Honey, you'd have thought it was a summer breeze. Makes me feel fine. That ponytail was swinging so bad. I said, David ain't shit. But no. Everybody thought that David was. David been playing the game. But he don't know how to lie. He should have stood up in Michelle's face and told her off. But he's still playing for the cameras. Bitch. It ain't gonna work. Anyway, y'all, before this daggone video go into 2 hours, I'm gonna end it right here. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I want to thank you so much, Psalms X, for your super chat. I really do appreciate it. You don't have to do it, but you did. So I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you all so much for being patient. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and make sure that you share this video so that other people can enjoy it the same way that you do. Thank you so much for the 423 people in the chat and the 1,200 people who are looking at the video right now with us live. I appreciate it. You could be anywhere else, but you are here with me. I love you all so much. Thank you, Ray Della, for all that you do. And until next time, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.